Alright guys, so I just want to dive more into the buzz surrounding Nintendo Switch 2. With its launch date set for June 5th, there's a lot to unpack about Nintendo's strategy, upcoming titles, and what we can expect in the lead up to its highly anticipated release. So let's get started. First, let's talk about the current lineup. As of now, Nintendo has officially announced Mario Kart World as a launch title for the Switch 2. This game promises expansive tracks and a free roam mode, allowing players to explore various regions across the globe. It's an exciting addition, but is it really enough to carry the console's launch? That's what I want to know. Is this one game enough to get people to just go out and purchase this Switch 2? I think it'll do great on launch day, but will it carry it out throughout the year? That's the question. Historically, Nintendo has utilized multiple directs presentations to build momentum before a console release. For instance, leading up to the original Switch launch in March 2017, Nintendo held several directs to showcase upcoming titles and features. So given this precedent, it's reasonable to anticipate that Nintendo might schedule additional directs before June 5th to unveil more exclusive titles and features for the Switch 2. So I really do think that we are going to get more directs. There's going to be more hype. There's going to be more games coming out on launch day. So with all that being said, unfortunately there have been some announcements in the last direct that sparked a lot of controversy. So the Switch 2 Welcome Tour, that game, which is a digital guide designed to familiarize users with the new hardware, which is set to launch alongside the console. Surprisingly, Nintendo has decided to offer this as a paid digital game, priced at $10 in the US. This decision has raised eyebrows as many believe such a tutorial should be included for free. So this Welcome Tour game is described as a virtual exhibition of the new hardware featuring minigames that highlight various technical features, while it aims to provide an interactive introduction to the Switch 2. The additional cost has led to debates within the gaming community about it. Now on top of that, the pricing of Mario Kart World, which is set at $79.99, this price point is higher than a standard for many new releases, leading to concerns about the overall affordability of the new gaming experience. So a lot of this has caused people to question Nintendo's strategy. Many people are coming to the conclusion that Nintendo has pretty much just dropped the ball with the Nintendo Switch 2, and that their plans are pretty much in turmoil because of all of this. And of course the tariffs that we had going on recently, that was just another big issue, but that has been resolved. For the meantime, that has been resolved. So we still have this issue with the prices of the games and whatnot. Some people complain about the price of the consoles, but mainly it's just to do with the games. So here's the thing about this. Here's what I believe about the Welcome Tour being paid to play. I do think there is a possibility that Nintendo does not intend for that game to be paid to play. I think that maybe they've only announced it as a pay to play because they knew it was going to generate huge outrage. They knew that people were going to complain about it. They knew that people would not shut up about it, and that's what's been happening for the last week, ever since they had that direct, ever since the reveal of Mario Kart World being priced at $80. So I do think this is calculated by Nintendo, because I really just don't think they're really that money hungry that they're just gonna charge for that game. I really do not think that in their mind they think, oh yeah, people are definitely going to pay $10 for this game, even though $10 is not a lot. That's really not a lot, but that doesn't look like a game people are going to really spend most of their time on, even if it was free. It seems like a game that people would just play for 1 hour and then move on to what they really want to play, which is Mario Kart World. So, where I'm trying to get at with all of this is, I do think that eventually, if Nintendo has another Nintendo Direct, which I believe they will have at the very least 2 before the Switch comes out, and I'm not including the Mario Kart World Direct itself, I'm including 2 more other Directs. I do think they will basically reveal that the game is free to play. I think the reason why they announced it as paid to play is just to generate so much buzz, because people are still talking about it, people are still making an outrage, YouTubers are still uploading dumb videos talking about Nintendo being greedy, Nintendo being the worst, Nintendo being the most anti-consumer, all of this, right? So a lot of this I feel like might be calculated. The thing with the tariffs that happened just recently, I mean, Nintendo they were already prepared for the tariffs. They were already prepared for it. That's why they priced their console at $450. That was a price that they made to combat the tariffs or tariff situation or whatever. That price was set because of tariffs. But people think that people were still like unhappy about that. People still thought, oh wow, $450, that's a lot. So people don't realize that. People think that it was going to be much higher. People think it was going to be $700 instead. However, many gamers don't realize this. Many people thought, oh crap, it's going to be even more expensive because of the tariffs. It's not going to be $450, it's going to be $600 to $700. That's what everyone thought, right? That is what everybody was saying all across social media. But now we have gotten the good news that tariffs will not be an issue. And so now, suddenly, people who thought the price was going to jump up to $600, $700 are now relieved, and they're now like, wow, this is great. The Switch 2 will be $450. I better hurry up and buy it while it remains that price. See? That's kind of like a psychological game that Nintendo is playing, in my opinion. This is what Nintendo is doing. They are now getting you to accept $450 because you thought that the price was going to be way higher than that because of tariffs, even though it's more than likely that the $450 price tag was there already to begin with because of the tariffs, in case of the tariffs. So, if anything, Nintendo's going to be making even more money now that the tariffs are no longer an issue, because now more people are going to buy their system. And the tariffs will not be an issue at all. They're not going to have to jack up the price of $450. But even if tariffs were an issue, the price would have remained $450. But now it's not an issue, and now you guys think, wow, the console is going to remain affordable because it's not going up to $600 or $700. So that was a very smart move by Nintendo. So looking ahead, it's crucial for Nintendo to address these concerns and build consumer confidence, announcing additional exclusive titles or new IPs from renowned studios like Retro Studios, or a new fighting game from Masahiro Sakurai could significantly bolster the Switch 2's appeal for a lot of people out there. Such announcements will not only diversify the game library, but also demonstrate Nintendo's commitment to delivering a robust and varied gaming experience from day one. So in conclusion, while the Switch 2's launch is shaping up to be significant, there are some areas where Nintendo could enhance its strategy by addressing pricing concerns, offering value-packed bundles, and expanding the launch title lineup, Nintendo can ensure a successful rollout and sustain interest throughout the whole year. So anyways, you guys let me know what you think. Do you think there's going to be more Nintendo Directs besides the one coming out on April 17th? Do you think there'll be 60-minute long Directs? Do you think we're going to see more exclusives, more games from Nintendo, maybe some new IPs? I really hope so, and I really think that it would be foolish not to. So that's pretty much all I got.